To level set with you before getting into the video, the people who offer advice are often the ones who need the advice the most. The reason I'm making this video for you here today titled "The Worst Sales Advice I've Ever Received" is because this message is as much for you as it is for me. It's a really helpful reminder to look at the mistakes I've made in my life, the learnings, the lessons from both the successes and the failures, so that hopefully you find some value, entertainment, education, and I have some sort of self-reflection to not make these mistakes again. Let me explain. I was in the office the other day working late per usual. It's about 6 p.m. right now on a Thursday afternoon. I usually work until 6, 7 in the office. And I've started to develop a work ethic where people recognize, hey, Trent's the guy who's willing to show up early, stay late. And that's something I'm super proud of. On this particular day, a couple days ago, I was grinding away on my computer, doing some prospecting, well past 5 p.m. And someone came up to me and said, Trent, you should go home. You work so hard, you deserve a break. And I said, yeah, you're right. I should go home. I'm pretty hungry. I'm exhausted. I'm tired of looking at the screen. And it made me feel good for a moment because someone had acknowledged me that I work hard. They said, Trent, you always stay so late. You work so hard. You deserve a break. The holidays are coming up. You should take some time off. And I said, yeah, that sounds pretty nice, doesn't it? I ended up going home that night and I was thinking about it more. And I said, you know what? That's the worst advice I've ever received. And let me break this down. Throughout my life, I've recognized and observed that I have a super addicted personality. Sometimes it serves me well. Sometimes it really hurts me. And some of you may be able to relate to that who have addictive personalities as well. I tend to get obsessed with things. And when I'm obsessed with something, I really care about doing it. Point in case, early in my life, high school to college, absolutely obsessed with video games. Call of Duty, NBA 2K, Madden. All I cared about in my life, all I cared about more than relationships, more than health, more than positioning myself for the future, all I cared about was playing video games and being the best I possibly could online. It wasn't necessarily productive, and I wasn't looking to monetize it and parlay into some sort of online gaming career. Although if I would have, I'm certain I would be like a FaZe caliber maybe at this point. Me and my friends were pretty good, and if we would have started recording ourselves, we could have done a lot more with our lives, but we didn't capitalize on it because we weren't thinking big enough. To the next example, late in college, early in career, right out of college. I don't want to say I was necessarily obsessed with drinking or drugs, but I like to party, I like to have fun, and I found myself in a pattern where virtually every weekend I was going out and getting super drunk because I wanted to meet people, I wanted to have fun, I wanted to experience a new city, and I wouldn't necessarily say I was obsessed with that, but it was something I would do every weekend. And now I find myself 3 years into my career, and I finally am in a productive obsession. I'm absolutely obsessed with my work because I'm hyper-focused on maximizing my potential. I don't work just so that I can have more money and buy a boat. I don't care about that. I don't care about the virtue signaling. I don't live in a nice apartment. I don't wear nice clothes. I don't really care about any of that. The reason I work is so that I can feel satisfaction through the daily struggles, the consistencies, in trying to maximize my absolute potential and success. And I finally have found myself in a vertical here that I love, that I'm obsessed with, and that's productive. I believe that this work in my software sales career can change my condition, so it's something I want to do more of. And the worst advice I've ever received is anyone telling me I should work less hard, anyone telling me I should take breaks, anyone telling me that, hey, if you keep at this pace, you're gonna get burnt out. I'm not a candle. I don't know about you. I don't think candles can watch YouTube. Candles are wax. Candles burn out. People do not experience burnout because if you're setting goals big enough and if you're obsessed with maximizing your potential, then you should show up each and every day, be consistent, put in the activities. That's not to say that I do things that I don't enjoy. There's aspects to this life that I don't enjoy. But anyone telling me that I should work less hard, that I should focus less, that I should take a break, that's them projecting their own insecurities onto me. And that may be a harsh way of looking at it. It could just be a colleague trying to be friendly that cares about my well-being saying, hey, you deserve a break, you should take it. Totally recognize that viewpoint as well. But anyone telling you that you should care less about what you're obsessed about, you should say, thanks for that. Really appreciate your consideration. And you should ignore that. I don't make these videos to impress you. I don't make these videos to be right. I make these videos to tell my truth and hopefully help as many people through my experiences and sharing my perspective as possible. If you enjoyed the video here today, leave a like below. Let me know down in the comments, what is the worst sales advice you've ever received? I'd actually be super curious based on what you've seen, what you've encountered, what you've been told. Of course, subscribe to the channel for more videos just like this one, daily posts, and connect with me on LinkedIn if we haven't already. Have a great rest of the day. Talk to you in the next video. Bye.